Hey you guys, I'm back with another video. I wasn't able to make it yesterday due to technical difficulties, but I'm back today. And as usual, I'm in the parking lot. I was able to actually get out my driveway this morning. Well, not this morning, but this afternoon, today rather. So I'm not at home. I'm in the streets. But anyway, today I came to touch on a topic. This is primarily for females today. I don't think much of this will apply to a man, but let's just hop right on into it. Before I get into it, just to warn you guys, for those who are new to the channel, I got a bad cold, so if I'm clearing my throat a lot, that's probably why. I started to wait until things got better to push out some content because I didn't want to keep doing that a lot because it might annoy some people. But I have to put out this content while I can, so you're gonna get it how you live. But anyway, um, before I get started, I just wanted to shameless plug. I make this sweater. I have a hoodie shop on Etsy. I'll leave the link in the description box down here if you guys want to copy one. And I got like 1,000 other designs and stuff on my Etsy shop, and I have a website. So I have certain things on my Etsy and I have certain things on my website. So the selection might differ depending on where you're shopping at. But I'm not really trying to push people to my website right now. But if you want to, you can. I'm not, I know people are struggling right now. Well, actually, people actually just got their taxes, so you should have plenty of money. But if the IRS took your shit or whatever, then, I get it. I understand. I just want to throw that in there, so you guys can copy some merch or whatever. But it's a hoodie shop for the most part. So if you're not interested in the hoodies, it's probably not for you. I also got a men's selection. So, hip hop theme, I think you guys will like it, to be honest with you. But anyway, we're going to talk about chasing a man. No, your camera didn't freeze. We ain't got time for that. That's the slogan for this channel for those who is late to the game. We ain't got time for that. We ain't chasing nobody in 2025 and beyond. But but what you can do is you can, show a little interest. You meet somebody, you can talk and kiki and giggle, keep a big smile on your face. Men love women who smile. It shows that they're happy, and so they feel more comfortable to approach you versus you got the stank face, the resting bitch face. People are kind of scared to approach people like that because they don't know if you're in a bad mood, and or if you're getting ready to cuss them out. They don't really know what to expect. So normally when a person is smiling, that indicates that they're in a good mood. So people are more willing to talk to you and converse and things like that. But if you're sitting there with your arms folded and standoffish, looking at your phone, like, that's not giving I'm open and ready to receive conversation. So it's not, it's okay to show a little interest, laugh at his jokes and share some surface level stories, about your life or whatever. Notice I paused right there. I paused there because, like, certain things should never be, discussed. You know what? I gotta get on the right page. That's a whole nother video. Got my handy dandy notebook as usual. I'm writing down. The video is probably gonna be along the lines of, like, some things aren't meant to be told. I would touch on it in this one, but then they'll spoil the surprise. But anyway, look sexy. So, like, you can't expect a man to want to be with you if you're not pleasing to the eye. Like, each man has a, I'm not going to speak for every man because, you know, every man is different. Some, you know, some men prefer slimmer women, petite, like fun size. Then you have some men that, you know, like them slim, thick. You know, some like them with a little extra meat on their bones. Some like the A cups. Like, I don't understand, like, because, you know, women are out here, you know, going to get these breast enhancements and things like that. But there are some men out here that don't even like all them breasts, to be honest. I think it's because the A cups sit up better, they're more perkier or whatever. I think that's mainly the reason. But majority of men like the tatas. Like, majority of them like them big, but you know, there's a surprising number of ones that prefer them small. So, you know, don't sleep on yourself. If you're an A cup, don't count yourself out. You just got to find the right one. But the point is, instead of chasing, you just show slight interest, and then you stop and you pause, and then you wait until, you know, you get some signs and signals that, you know, the feelings are reciprocated. And then at that point, you know, you can turn up the heat just a little bit at a time. We're not, just because you find out he wants you, that don't mean you cock your legs open. That don't mean you start writing poetry and shit like that. Don't we're gonna touch on that in another video, like how to set the tempo for the relationship. But I'm still getting my notes together for that one, so I'm not quite ready to drop that, because that's probably going to be a longer video, to be honest with you guys. Like, it's going to be one of the ones where it's probably going to be longer than my normal videos. I'm not talking about no 2 hour long video, because that ain't what we doing here on this channel. Hour either, but you know, it's going to be close to it, you know. But, or I could just break it down into two, but whatever. The point is, just show slight interest, and then you wait until you see some, you know, reciprocation on the other end. And if you don't, then you stop immediately. You don't keep going. You don't like try to pressure people and like trick them and convince. Like, we don't convince nobody of nothing. If you don't want me, then, you know, there's plenty of men I hear. I don't have to like talk you into being with me. Like, why would I do that? Because, you know, then I would have to do a whole bunch of stuff to keep you from leaving, because you really didn't want to be there in the first place. And like, ain't nobody doing all that. Hold on for a second. Somebody just pulled up beside me, and I got a feeling they all in my mouth. So I'm gonna have to pull my seat up a little bit, and I'm gonna like park a little further over on the other side. I don't like that. I think they can kind of tell that I'm doing something in this car, like a video or something. But anyway, okay, we're good now. Anyway, if he starts being inconsistent, you need to back off. You don't go harder. You don't like start popping up at their job. You don't start like breathing down their neck and, you know, asking questions like, what's wrong? You know, like, no, like, if they want you, they know exactly where to find you. And so there's really no need for you to like go harder when obviously they've backed up. So why are you going forward? It just makes no sense. A lot of times it's something else going on, like as far as they might have like a little situationship going on, or a whole wife, or you know what I'm saying, or girlfriend, whatever. They might be like in another relationship. It's probably why they you know what I'm saying, is like acting weird, basically on that weird shit. So you really don't get rewards for being like, you don't reward bad behavior. I mean, I'm not saying, well, I am saying, but like if they're acting weird and not showing you love at any point, whether it's in the beginning, the middle, the end, that doesn't mean you make up for what they're lacking. Like, if you're giving 100%, or let's just say you're giving 50% and they're giving like 30, that don't mean you add an extra 20 on to try to bring the shit back to life. So obviously they're not worrying about it. So why the hell are you worrying about it? It shows signs of, you know, that they're not sure about you, you know, because if somebody's sure about you, they're going to go hard. they're gonna, you know, show up every day and, you know, like give you the best that they got. So if they're like one day this, one day that, that means it's some other shit going on back home. Or I mean, maybe they just want to be single and be for the streets. Either way, you know, they don't want you. So while you're overextending yourself and making a fool of yourself, you know, they're laughing at you like, you know, you know, I'm the man, you know, I'm supposed to be pursuing her, but she's, you know, all in my face and, you know, rubbing on my back every day at work. Like, there's no reason for me to like do anything else. She's doing everything for me, you know. And, you know, I want a woman I can chase, that I can, you know, earn and respect, not somebody that's a doormat that's easy as fuck. Like, we don't want to give off easy vibes. We don't want to give off, I ain't had a man in 10 years vibe, and now you're the next target. Like, we don't want to give off them vibes. We're giving out the vibes of, you know, we're high class. We're, you know what I'm saying? Like, queens, basically. So, you know, we'll show you to a certain extent, you know, that we like you, but at any point that could change depending on your behavior. So you don't stick around and reward bad behavior. If you're the only one showing effort and planning dates and like, hey, let's go out this weekend, you know, I'm not saying never, you know, sometimes, you know, you can initiate it. I suggest not so much in the beginning, just after you've already kind of know that things might start getting serious, then, you know, you can, you know, play your position. But in the very beginning, I don't suggest you start doing a whole lot of, you know, orchestrating, planning. Like, that's not your job. That's his job to impress you and take you on dates to make you smile and win, you know, win over your affection. So, you know, if you're like turning these cartwheels and you're the only person inviting him to do shit, then that's not a good sign. That's a sign that, you know, he ain't really fucking with you like that, and you might want to reconsider some things. You know, like, you shouldn't be planning dates by yourself. He should be doing that, you know, on his end, because you're a female. You're supposed to rest in your femininity. You know what I'm saying? Just sit back and wait for the man to lead. That's what the fuck is, that's our problem. You know what? That's a whole nother video. But anyway, let him lead and do what, you know, he needs to do to win you over. And then, you know, once you see things are on the up and up, then you can slowly start to show, you know, a little bit more interest than you were before. But if you do too much in the beginning, it's going to scare them off. It's going to give creepy vibes, and then you're going to end up back where you started. Um, Here's one that I really, I wasn't sure whether to put it in this video or not, but whatever. If the man got a wife or girlfriend or baby mama that he, you know, spending all a lot of time with, leave him alone. If you know he fucking with somebody else or for the streets, and you know he got hoes, got nothing but hoes, you know, like, leave him alone. Like, leave the streets in the streets, because you can't, like, unless you're the one, you gonna be in for a ride. Like, don't get caught up in the beat. You know, I'm trying to find the right words, but they're not really coming out. But just don't be on rotation with no man. Like, you're there on Tuesday, another girl there on Wednesday, and then, you know, another bitch on Friday, and then you pull back up on Saturday, and like, and then Saturday night, here come Sally Sue and her crew. Like, no, like, if you know he for the streets, leave him in the streets. If you know he got a wife and he's sneaking around, like, don't get caught up in no bullshit. Like, because he's not gonna leave his, you know what? That's a whole nother video. A man's not about to leave his wife. There's a well, you know, there's a 80% of men are gonna keep their wives even if they don't really want them. Most of the time they do. Most of the time they're just telling you whatever you want to hear, because they want to get in your pants or whatever, stuff like that. So don't believe it. Oh, I don't love her. We having problems. It's over. We sleep in separate rooms. Yeah, right. Anyway, believe that shit if you want to. But if they still sleeping in the house with their wife, they are trying to get some. I'm trying not to cuss, but you know where the fuck I'm going with this. If they living in the same house, they're fucking. Period. So you can believe what you want to believe. He can tell you what you want to tell them. They can argue all night, but then at the end of the night, her legs are going east and west. So, if you know this man got somebody, don't try to force yourself on him. Don't try to make him choose. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he's going to choose the wife or the ride or die chick. Well, I don't want to use the word ride or die because ride or die is not quite the same. Basically the woman that's been in his life the longest and he's had the most memories with and spent the most time with and had the most joy with, they're not going to easily just jump up and leave. It's going to have to be something really dramatic. Like, I'm not talking about like no little petty fight. It's going to have to be something like really ratchet for him to actually divorce her, or what I'm saying, or leave this woman, especially if she got kids with him, like, or and they got property and each other, like if they got a lot of ties together financially, he's not about to just jump up and do no crazy shit because it doesn't benefit him at all. The only thing he's gaining is you and some new you know what you know what I'm trying to say. But but this woman over here, she knows everything about him, and like I said, they got memories and stuff. That's why I use the word ride or die, to be honest, but that's not really what I mean in this particular sentence, so I'm gonna just take it out. I don't want to confuse people because I got another video coming out about ride or die, actually. So I don't want to mix the two. But anyway, the point is that he's going to pick the woman that means the most to him. So if you're new and you just came in the picture, like, you haven't really built that trust factor yet, so they're gonna by instinct pick the other person. So I wouldn't even take that to heart, to be honest. Maybe you can catch them whenever they break up, stuff like that, whenever he's in between relationships or marriages, stuff like that. But don't try to like jump in between and like throw yourself on him and make him want you, because it's giving desperate and he can see it. Everybody can see it. You're gonna look like a fool in the end, because once people know that you're messing with married men or men with girlfriends and families and shit, it just I don't know, just don't do it. But just let him chase you. Your phone should be blowing up. His phone shouldn't be blowing up. Your phone should be blowing up. Like, he should be calling you regularly, and he should be initiating pretty much everything that's going on almost. So you just show up and look good and make him smile and give him vibes that you're a catch, and just have fun, basically. Like, don't do too much, don't like be all nerve. You know what, I'm gonna make a video on that. It's gonna be kind of sort of about how to act on the first date. Well, actually the first 3 dates. Let me add that in. But well, you're really supposed to do this shit like forever. It's not just like at the beginning. You're not supposed to let yourself slip and start doing pick Misha shit. So you know what I'm saying. But the first couple of dates are the most crucial, because that's going to determine what box you are put in, and you don't want to get put in the wrong box at the wrong time. So whatever, really, you don't want people to get the wrong impression and then you miss your opportunity because you did the wrong shit too early. But and lastly, don't volunteer to pay for the dates. Like, you guys go out and stuff, and don't be like, oh, I'll pay half, or oh, don't even tip. Not in the beginning. Like the first thing you should do, well, not the first thing you should do, but like whenever you do start, you know, giving more to the relationship, but this is on down the line. This is like, you know, 2-3 months later on down the line after he's already paid for several meals. At that point, you can, you know what I'm saying? You say, I'll cover the tip. You start with the tip. You know, I don't know how much you ate, but, you know, 10-20 bucks, whatever like that. But this motherfucker needs to cover the meal. And another thing, we ain't going to no goddamn McDonald's as a date. Ain't no coffee dates. Like, that ain't what we doing. Like, if I'm not, like, worthy of a meal to sit down and, you know, I'm not doing no coffee, no rushing and, you know, how was your day? And, like, no, that's for, like, couples who are, like, already established. Like, there's nothing wrong with coffee dates, but in the beginning, it looks bad for you men. I'm just putting it out there. You can say what you want to say. I don't give a fuck. Like, don't nobody want no fucking coffee on a date. We want to sit down and eat a slab of ribs. Well, I don't eat pork, but that's just an example. People want to sit down and eat a, you know, a full course meal and, you know, enjoy, you know, their night. Nobody wants to like sip coffee because it, first of all, it's just like a small cup. Like, it's going to be gone in no time. And then what? You're just going to sit there and look stupid. And then you're still hungry, you know. So now you still got to go get food. Well, maybe separately. But I'm just saying, like, women ain't trying to, don't, everybody don't want no coffee date. It's an insult. And you women don't accept the coffee dates. I don't know how you know, however you need to say it, you need to say it. Be like, hey, you know, I appreciate the offer, but, you know, I'm not really into coffee dates. You know, I would like to sit down and have a meal and a, you know, a private discussion with you, you know, over, you know, a bite to eat, not over some stale ass coffee. I don't give a fuck if it's from Starbucks or not. Like, don't take me on no fucking coffee date. I ain't going, period. But anyway, that's my video for today. I actually might come back here in a little bit. Actually, I am, but I have to run to Sam's Club really fast. But I'm going to come back and drop a video about YouTube monetization and the experiment that I'm running about how to get monetized. If you guys been paying attention to my other videos and stuff, I've been trying to see if this certain strategy that Dante London and Dodash and everybody has been saying, I'm trying to see if it actually works. But, you know, we'll discuss that in the video that's coming up in about an hour or so. Well, maybe a little more because I gotta do some other shit. But anyway, I'll be back tonight with the results on that. So I just wanted to touch on this first because I don't want you women out here chasing these men because it's not helping you. It's making you look bad. And that's why you're not getting chosen. And that's why you're being single for so long. You're not letting the man chase. He'll chase if he wants you. If he don't want you or he's unsure about you, he's not going to chase you. And you just have to understand that you giving more of yourself is not going to make him meet you in the middle. He's going to still stay with the fuck. He might come a little closer to get some ass, but then he's going to pull back again. And it's going to be like this. No, we ain't doing that. But anyway, I'll see you guys in an hour or two. Okay, bye.